Ladies and gentlemen, massive breaking news. We now know why Trump is about to go into Venezuela, topple their government, and install a pro-American government because China has been working with Venezuela to rig our elections, and Trump has all the evidence. Do me a huge favor, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment. Where are you tuning in from? And share the link with a couple friends. Let's get right into it. Wow. Alex Jones exclusive says he talked to people that were in the Oval Office meetings last week that built-in computer chips in China, smuggled through Taiwan, sent to Venezuela, have been operating, stealing elections for over a decade. This has to do with the rigged 2020 election.
Things that have come to a head. And I don't just know that the CIA whistleblower is telling the truth. I'm going to get to. We have all the background story, witnesses, the angles, what's been discovered. But I talked to folks that were at White House meetings early last week. I mean, in the Oval Office, and they've got this information and they've confirmed it. How built-in computer chips in China, smuggled through Taiwan, voting machines then sent to Venezuela for over a decade have been operating, stealing elections. And the White House has confirmed this. They've got the machines. They've got the proof. They know.
And as we all know, just last week, the new company, Trump's friend who bought Dominion voting machines, said he found Chinese cell phone chips connected to the motherboard. And I reported on this last week.
And people say what they want about Susie Wiles. They're in there with Trump's task force, and they are preparing to bring this information out. Now, that's kind of a big exclusive you just got, right? And it's, you know, when I sit there and tell you something, it's going on. Then I notice in my email and in my text messages starting yesterday blowing up with all these high-level federal whistleblowers, including from the CIA and the DOJ, like Gary Bernstein, CIA, 1982-2005. And I can tell you what he says here is what is now confirmed. And you notice these big voting machine companies out of Venezuela, they'll sue a Giuliani or sue somebody.
By the way, Dominion Voting Machines is a Venezuelan company originally. Thank God it's now been bought by an American patriot who wants to get rid of them. But the people that were suing, you know, Rudy Giuliani and Mike Lindell were all connected to the Venezuelan regime and the CCP.
And then the judges don't allow any evidence to be put on. They just say, no evidence, you're defaulted. Like a few months ago to my pillow up in Minnesota, the federal judge just said, I find you guilty. No, we're not going to see your evidence. You cannot hack these machines, which is just preposterous. It's demonstrated all the time, especially when they're built to be hacked. So now you go to a jury trial to find out how guilty you are. So that's coming up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when we look at what's happening around Venezuela, the Trump administration just this morning declared that the Venezuelan regime is considered an illegitimate regime. We have nearly 20,000 United States soldiers right off the coast. We have aircraft carriers. I believe we're going in. I believe Trump says, look, this is our backyard. We are the big dog here, the United States of America. There isn't going to be any country that is supported or connected to Russia and China in our own backyard that works for our enemy, the CCP, to undermine us, undermine our elections. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Maduro, who lost his previous election. The people don't like this dictator there. And we are going to have an American-friendly government. Now, that's just one side of the coin. The other side of the coin to this, I don't like regime changes. haven't gone good for us. So I don't know how I feel about this. On one hand, it's good, right? This country has been colluding with the CCP, the Democrats, the Rothschilds, all the Satanists of the world to rig our elections. But on the other end, let history reflect, and it doesn't go good for us when we, do regime changes. But this is Trump we're talking about. This is a different kind of animal. So maybe this one will go as planned. Let me know what you guys think. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.